Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. So hello, everyone. My name is Kayla Figueroa, and I'm a master's student in applied linguistics at the University of South Florida in Tampa, Florida. So today I'll be talking about Buncee, its uses in the classroom, practical implications for the technology, a few challenges that could come with it, and then I'll end with some helpful information about the online program. So Buncee is a technology platform that allows students to create multimodal presentations pretty easily through the features of their program. Their multimedia presentation tool is designed for educators and students to create engaging projects and presentations that increase interactivity. So how can it be useful in the classroom? So first I want to talk about multimodality, which is the application of multiple literacies within one medium. So whether that be writing, speaking, pictures, and videos, it all contributes to more of a well-rounded language lesson. So the first use is promoting multimodal expression. As stated by Selfe in 2017, multimodal expression empowers students to participate in language learning using technology that'll prepare them for the digitally mediated world that we already live in. So in other words, when students can use multiple language skills and incorporate different modes of language, it allows them to process information in multiple ways, which can contribute to their language practice and usage. It also contributes to remix culture. Remix culture, as defined by Hafner in 2015, is the amateur creation of cultural artifacts. So this is digital media that has been altered, assimilated, or added into a new composition that can engage students creatively and collaboratively. This specific platform includes features that make creating remix projects easier, including stickers, videos, music, pictures, text, and even emojis. Multimodal compositions can also be a form of alternative assessments. Assessments can be used in a formative or summative way and can be over time or structured to a specific context. So according to Selfe and Gilkey in 2019, activities that require students to use specific skills to assess target objectives can be viewed as an interactive and dynamic form of assessment from a sociocultural perspective. Additionally, this can promote student creativity. Students can participate and collaborate on classroom assignments by expressing their creative freedom that translates to student autonomy in their target language. And lastly, it uses multiple language skills. So foreign language teachers can use this technology platform to assign students tasks that involve speaking, writing, reading aloud, and vocabulary skills. So in other words, by incorporating a multimodal platform in your language teaching curriculum, you're giving your students access to an activity that allows them to practice multiple language skills, which also contribute to a collaborative community. This type of activity can contribute to communicative language teaching and a community language method. So these are just some of the practical applications for Buncee. Buncee offers a variety of lesson templates to give teachers a starting place when creating their lesson plans. So some sample activities that I found rather interesting were research a tourist attraction. So students can choose a tourist attraction from a country that speaks the target language and present it to the class. They can also translate a book. Students can choose a familiar book, translate it into the target language, and then present it to the class. And teachers can also present a digital storytelling activity through Buncee's Auto Advance feature that reads the slides that can include several sentences, images, and a voiceover feature. So it could be like a storybook, which is pretty cool. You can also have students create an alphabet book. So students will choose a letter from the alphabet and add pictures and icons that begin with the letter in that target language. So for example, if I was a student learning English and I was assigned the letter H, I can include pictures or stickers of a hat, a horse, a hand, and so on. And lastly, you can have students create a recipe book. So each student can create a recipe page for a dish from a country that speaks the target language and present it to the class. This is the lesson template that I chose to demonstrate for you guys today. So as the role of a teacher, you'll create the Buncee board with a template of your choice. So today I chose to do the recipe cookbook activity. So as you see here, I'm creating the cover page for all of my students' recipes. I can include all kinds of stickers or backgrounds of my choosing. So right now I'm looking for pictures of recipes that my students have already created recipe instructions for. So the background that I chose to go with is a kitchen, and I decided to add all of the different dishes from my students' work. So I can really be creative as a teacher in how I want to make the cover page for the activity. So as you can see, you can change the size, the orientation, and even the location on your cover page of where you want it to go. So as a teacher, you also have the ability to be really creative with it. They have a lot of different stickers and pictures and emojis to choose from. So you can really be customizable with it. So now I'll be looking for a dessert that I made a recipe for to demonstrate on the next page, which is flan de coco. You can bring that from web images, 360 images, images from your computer. You can really incorporate a lot of different types of data into these platforms. So now as a student, you can incorporate a variety of different features depending on the rubric that the teacher assigns. So here you can see me going back and forth from my Word document and my Buncee because I typed up the ingredient list and recipe instructions on there. So that can also be something that you can turn in as a student. You can change the font, the size, the color, and really customize the page to however you'd like it. So on this next page, I'll be adding my recipe instructions. So through its drag and drop interface and extensive set of design features, it allows users to use their creativity to produce visual concepts and interactive classroom content. Buncee can be used for lesson plans, digital storytelling, slideshows, and collaborative assignments. So multiple students can work together on one page on their Buncee because it is a website and they have multiple logins. So after adding my recipe instructions, I'll go ahead and add pictures of my recipe to display the final product. And underneath the pictures, you can also add a video of someone making the dish, or if I wanted to be creative enough, I could try to make the dish and film my results. If the teacher also included a speaking element in their rubric, I could also add a voiceover explaining my recipe instructions or reading them. So through this technology platform, teachers of foreign languages have the resources to create new and interactive activities for their learners. So there are a few possible challenges that could develop. With any new technology, there must be time for teachers and students to learn how to use its features. And although it would take some time out of class's schedule to train your students on how to use Buncee and demonstrate its many features, the platform has several training resources to help teachers with that. So along with lesson templates, Buncee offers a variety of how-to videos, tutorials, and activity ideas divided by age, context, and course subject. They even have an entire section devoted to language learning. So this allows teachers to view, learn, and use this specific content that's relevant to them on a flexible schedule. Now for some helpful information. So although you do have to pay for its features, there is a free 30-day trial. If you're interested in incorporating an activity or two with your classes using Buncee, you can very well complete it within the 30 days. If you're interested in using this platform more often, then you'll want to sign up for one of their plans. The premium plan offers the creation features that I demonstrated today, along with sharing capabilities and peer engagement with the Buncee boards. The classroom plan offers everything with the premium and functions with classroom instruction, assessment, and management of 50 to up to 150 student accounts. They also offer custom plans for schools and districts that include everything in the classroom plan and administrative and IT management, roster synchronization with Google Classroom and Microsoft Office, and dedicated training and support. So in closing, Buncee makes creativity easy for students and teachers, which promote motivation, engagement, and learner autonomy. It's also a helpful resource for teachers to engage students in a digitally focused way through the platform that assists in creating multimodal compositions. So when students incorporate different language skills into their practice, they develop more of a diverse range of language skills in that target language. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions?
Kayla, how much time would you say you devote to these activities in a given class period, or how many days would you allot?
So I would use this as an alternative assessment form. So I would probably devote about 3 or 4 days of my class to in between the training, the collaboration, if I'm doing group projects, and allowing them time to work in class, because I know a lot of students don't have access to this type of technology at home. So I would use it as a formative alternative assessment. So it'd be about 3 or 4 days.
Great, thank you.